one day you'll realize it wasn't lack of time, it was how you used it. Let me bring your attention to something you rarely stop and truly feel. Time is slipping away every single second. Not in a dramatic way, not with a loud warning, but quietly, consistently, without asking for your permission. Right now as you're listening to this, seconds are passing that you will never get back again. And the truth is, you don't notice it. That's what makes it dangerous. Because if time made a sound when it left your life, if every lost hour came with a warning, you would live differently. You would think twice before wasting it. You would feel the urgency. But it doesn't work like that. Time leaves silently, and because it's silent, you treat it like it's always going to be there. But it's not. Think about how fast the last few years went. It feels like just yesterday you were making plans, setting goals, telling yourself that you would change. And now, those years are gone. You can't go back. You can't redo them. All you have left is the result of how you use that time. That realization hits hard because it shows you something uncomfortable. Life is not slowing down for you. It's moving forward whether you're ready or not, whether you act or not, whether you take control or stay stuck in the same routine. Time keeps moving, and every second you spend in distraction, every moment you delay action, every hour you waste doing something that doesn't matter, it's not just time passing. It's a piece of your life disappearing forever. Let that sink in. You are not just losing time, you are losing moments you could have used to build something, to grow, to move closer to the life you want. And once they're gone, there is no way to get them back. No second chance, no rewind. That's why this matters so much. Because most people don't wake up until they feel the loss, until they look back and realize how much time they let slip through their hands, until they understand that they had more control than they thought, but didn't use it. But you don't have to wait for that moment. You can feel it now. You can become aware right now that time is not something you have forever. It's something you are using right now, whether you realize it or not. And that awareness can change everything. Because once you truly understand how fast it's slipping away, you stop taking it lightly. You stop treating it like it's replaceable. You start seeing it for what it really is. The most valuable thing you have. And when that shift happens, your choices start to change. Because deep down you realize one simple truth. Time is leaving you every second, whether you respect it or not. Let me challenge the way you're thinking right now. You're treating time like it's unlimited, like there's always going to be more of it. Like you can afford to waste a few hours today, delay a few things tomorrow, and somehow it won't affect your life in the long run. But that belief is quietly destroying your future. Because when you act like time is unlimited, you stop respecting it. You start spending it carelessly. You give it away to distractions, to comfort, to things that don't move your life forward. And the scariest part is, it feels normal. You tell yourself it's just one day, just one more hour. I'll start tomorrow. But those small moments, they add up. Hours turn into days, days turn into months. And before you even realize it, you've spent a large part of your life doing things that didn't matter, while the things that truly could have changed your life were constantly pushed aside. That's the illusion of unlimited time. You don't feel the loss immediately. There's no instant consequence, no pain that forces you to stop, so you continue thinking you're in control. But slowly, without realizing it, you're losing something you can never get back. And one day it hits you. You look back and wonder, where did all the time go? But deep down, you know the answer. It went into moments you didn't value. It went into habits that didn't serve you. It went into choices that felt easy but led nowhere. That's the cost of treating time like it's endless. Because the truth is, it's not. Your time is limited. Your days are counted. And every single one of them matters more than you think. Not because life is meant to scare you, but because life is meant to be used with purpose. When you truly understand that time is limited, something changes inside you. You stop delaying what matters. You stop wasting hours without thinking. You become more intentional with how you live. Because you realize you don't have forever to become the person you want to be. And that realization is not meant to create fear. It's meant to create urgency. The kind of urgency that pushes you to act, that makes you take your goals seriously, that forces you to stop living like you have unlimited chances. Because you don't. You have today. You have this moment. And what you do with it determines everything that comes next. So don't treat your time like it's something you can afford to lose. Treat it like it's running out, because it is. Let's look at something that seems small, almost harmless, but has the power to quietly destroy your entire future, the habit of delaying. Not big delays, not obvious failures, but the small everyday postponements you don't even think about. Just one more day. I'll start tomorrow. Let me relax today, I'll do it later. It feels innocent. It feels like you're still in control. But what you don't realize is, Those small delays are not staying small. They're stacking. Every time you delay something important, you're not just moving it to tomorrow, you're building a pattern. A pattern where action becomes optional, where discipline becomes rare, where progress keeps getting pushed further away, and slowly, that pattern becomes your life. Think about it. How many things have you delayed that could have changed your life by now? How many times did you know exactly what to do, but chose not to do it? Not because you couldn't, but because you didn't feel like it in that moment. That's how it starts. One missed opportunity, one delayed action, one moment where you chose comfort over growth. And nothing bad happens immediately, so you do it again, and again, and again, until delay becomes normal. And once it becomes normal, progress becomes rare, because success is not built on big one-time actions. It's built on small, consistent steps. And when those steps are constantly delayed, your future doesn't just pause, it slowly starts to collapse. Not all at once, but piece by piece. Days turn into weeks where nothing meaningful gets done. Weeks turn into months where you feel stuck. And months turn into years where you look back and realize you've been in the same place for far too long. And the hardest part is, you saw it happening. You knew you were delaying. You knew you were capable of more. But you kept telling yourself, I'll fix it tomorrow. But tomorrow never fixed anything. Because the truth is, the future you want is created by what you do today. Not what you plan, not what you think about, but what you actually execute. So every time you delay, you're not just wasting a moment. You're deciding what your future will look like. Let that sink in. Right now, your future is not something far away. It's being built by your current actions. And if your current actions are filled with delay, then your future will be filled with regret. But here's the powerful part. You can break this pattern right now. You don't need to fix everything. You don't need to become perfect overnight. You just need to stop delaying the next step. Take one action you've been avoiding. Do it now, not later, because the moment you stop saying just one more day is the moment your future finally starts changing. Let me take you a little into the future. A moment most people don't think about until it's too late. A moment where everything slows down, where you look back at your life not with hope but with questions. What did I really do with my time? What did I become? What could I have been if I had just started? That moment is real, and for many people it arrives with a heavy feeling. Regret. Not because they didn't have dreams, not because they didn't have chances, but because they let those chances pass. They waited. They delayed. They chose comfort when they needed courage. And by the time they realized it, time had already moved on. Opportunities don't wait forever. There are doors in your life that open for a certain period, and if you don't walk through them, they close. Not always dramatically, sometimes quietly. So quietly that you don't even notice until one day you try to go back and realize it's no longer there. That's when it hits. That opportunity you kept delaying, gone. That time you thought you had gone. That version of you that could have existed, still just a what if. And that what if becomes one of the heaviest things a person can carry, because failure can be learned from. Failure can be improved, but regret stays. It stays because it's built on something deeper. The knowledge that you could have done more, but didn't. And the truth is, you don't feel that pain today. Right now, everything feels normal. You feel like you still have time. You feel like you can start anytime you want. But that feeling is exactly what leads people to that future of regret, because they didn't act when it was still possible. But here's the part that matters. You are not there yet. You are still in the moment where your choices matter. You are still in the phase where action can change everything. You are still in control of whether your future will be filled with pride or regret. And that's powerful, because right now you can decide to be different. You can decide not to be the person who looks back wishing they had tried. You can decide to take action while the opportunity still exists, because one day, whether you like it or not, you will look back, and the only question will be, did you act or did you wait? Make sure your answer doesn't become your biggest regret. Let me say this in the clearest way possible. No one can save your time except you. Not your friends, not your family, not your circumstances, not even the opportunities you're waiting for, because time is personal. It belongs to you, and only you decide how it's used. But most people don't treat it that way. They wait for someone to guide them, to push them, to motivate them. They think, if I had the right mentor, if I had the right environment, if someone just showed me the way, then I would start. But while they're waiting for all of that, time is quietly leaving. And no one is stopping it. No one is pausing the clock until you feel ready. No one is saving extra hours for you to use later. Life is moving forward exactly as it is, whether you step up or not. And that's the reality you have to accept. Because once you truly understand that no one is coming to manage your time for you, something shifts inside you. You stop depending on outside forces. You stop expecting someone else to change your life. And you start realizing that everything depends on what you do with your own time. That realization can feel heavy at first, because now there are no excuses left. You can't blame your situation. You can't say, "I didn't get the chance," because the truth is, chances are created by action, not by waiting. And the moment you accept that, you take back control. You realize that every hour you waste is your choice. Every delay, every distraction, every moment spent on things that don't matter. It's not happening to you. It's happening because of you. And that might sound harsh, but it's also powerful. Because if your time is being wasted by your choices, then it can also be protected by your choices. You can decide to focus. You can decide to act. You can decide to stop giving your time to things that don't deserve it. That's where real change begins. Not when life becomes easier, but when you become more responsible. Because once you take ownership of your time, you start using it differently. You become more intentional. You stop waiting for the right moment and start creating it. You stop hoping for change and start building it. And slowly, everything begins to shift. Your habits improve. Your mindset strengthens. Your confidence grows. Not because someone helped you, but because you finally helped yourself. That's the difference between people who stay stuck and people who move forward. One group keeps waiting. The other takes control. So stop looking outside for something to save your time, because the truth is simple. If you don't take control of your time, no one else will, and once it's gone, no one can bring it back. And now everything comes down to this. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but this exact moment you're in right now. Because no matter how much you've delayed, no matter how much time you feel you've wasted, there is one thing that still belongs to you. This moment. This is your only real chance. Not the perfect future you imagine. Not the right time you keep waiting for. Just now. Because the truth is simple. You cannot go back and change what's already gone. You can't fix yesterday. You can't recover lost time, but you can decide what happens next. And that decision? It only exists in the present. Most people don't realize this. They keep thinking their life will change someday. That one day they'll wake up with more motivation, more clarity, more discipline. But that day doesn't come from nowhere. It's created by what you do right now. Right now is where the shift begins. I know it doesn't feel like a big moment. It doesn't feel dramatic. It's just another minute in your day. But this is exactly how real change starts. Not with something huge, but with something real. A decision. A simple, honest decision that says, "I'm not going to waste this moment." And once you make that decision, everything else becomes clear. You take one step, not a perfect step, not a life-changing move overnight. Just one action that you've been avoiding. One thing you know you should do. One move that pushes you slightly forward. Because that one step breaks the pattern. It proves to you that you're not stuck. It shows you that you're not just someone who thinks about change. You're someone who can create it. And once you feel that, even in a small way, something inside you shifts. You begin to trust yourself again. You begin to believe that maybe, just maybe, you can actually build the life you've been thinking about. Not someday, but starting now. And that's how everything changes. Not through motivation, not through waiting, but through action, repeated, consistent, intentional action that begins in moments like this. So don't underestimate this moment. Don't let it pass like all the others where you felt something, but did nothing. Because those moments add up. And if you keep letting them slip, one day you'll look back and realize how many chances you had, and how many you ignored. But this one, this moment right here, can be different. This can be the moment where you finally stop waiting and start becoming the person you know you can be. Because the truth is, right now is not just another moment. This is your only chance to take control before time runs out. One day you'll realize it wasn't lack of time. It was how you used it.